Okay, we're ready.
It's Karen
Good evening, and Tim.
from Stamping on the Back Porch. Welcome to another evening. We're chatting over cards. We are in our little villa, and it is pretty funny. You can see, I can't travel too light. I've got my embossing machine. I've got my light box. So I'm just looking at all this and thinking, yes, our cluttered room for all the things that we need. But, oh, good. It's always fun when we realize it's working and people are on. So hopefully this will work really well. Tonight, what we're going to look at, because this is looking at cards, we're going to be looking at the sweet strawberry stamp set. I haven't showed any of these cards. On what page is that on, Tim?
44.
44 in the catalog. And it's got a punch to go with it. And what's really fun about this is it goes so well with the Berry Blessings paper and stamp set. That's one of the free celebration choices. So I thought I wanted to show them together. So we're going to start with the strawberry cards and move into that. And then we'll look again at some more. I have a stack of cards here. We'll look again at some of my favorite celebration cards, because that is, this is the last month for that. Oh, you guys that are sharing that is just wonderful. We're missing really, really cold weather in Minnesota.
Yes.
It's a kind of borderline here, but we're being troopers and being outdoors. But a few layers on, not exactly what we thought. Hey, we didn't need any of those summer clothes that we brought, but that's pretty funny. But anyway, but it's good to be here. Okay, we will get started here. Let me move this
And Karen,
so we can highlight. Oh, I know. Let's see if we can rescue that. Okay. So notice now this is a punch, and this is punched out of the Berry Blessings paper. I just noticed that. This isn't stamped. This one is this is a no name.
No name. We started with the no name.
And this is sponged. The blender brushes, if you haven't tried those yet, are so fun for just sponging and adding some extra around the card. Isn't that pretty? And I love how she's got the little flower popped up. So really a fun card. Kim said it looked chilly in our video earlier. Yes, we did a video earlier, and I think I had 4 layers on. But the afternoon was beautiful. So anyway. And it's really interesting being far away from home. We were talking about that the other day with limited supplies, because of course, you want that thing that you left at home. But I think it's good. It's kind of good for all of us to think sometimes we have so many choices, we just can't get anything done. So it's actually being a good experience having to work with what I brought. Okay.
That's true for me in the kitchen too.
That is true. It's a little different cooking when you don't have everything. Next card is Connie Babbert, and I love this. I think this is so pretty how she's got the strawberry there. This little flower, all these little details just so add. That was so sweet of you. And this is one of my favorite dies. People were asking about that because I used that on the pocket cards last week. These are from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and you get 6 different sizes of the same shape. So they're just great for layering. I love that. And then this new embossing folder that looks like cement or spackling or whatever it is. I never remember the name, but I just love it. And this is such a great layout of a card. And isn't that great? That was so sweet of you. And then got the little heart paper.
That's nice.
From the snail mail.
We have Valentine's coming up.
Yes. So that's perfect. Next one is Susan Carlson. And I love this too. I love how she's got 3. They're all popped up. And this one's on top of the other 2. And then she's just stamped some of the stamps in the background. I think that is just really fun use of colors, and those strawberries just pop. Oh, Jan mailed all of her Valentine's cards today. Good for you. I said, that's pretty exciting to have that done. Juanita said that her son said it was minus 17 in Minnesota. Yeah, I think the high was going to be 1 degree or something. We were looking at the thing.
Not good.
So, here's another one that I just love. These things this is Amy's Story. I don't know about you guys, but I just love looking at a bunch of cards with the same stamp set, because it just gets those, those wheels churning on what else you can do. I love how she used this, a die cut, And is this from, I want to say it's from, I can visualize it, but the name is on the tip of my tongue. It's a new one this year in the main catalog, so I'm going to come up with it. Isn't that a fun background? Because usually I would just do, I think rectangle or oval. I just love this shape done with designer series paper. And then the words in the strawberries. And then this is, through the die cutting machine. But I think that is just really fun. Oh, a bunch of you are getting your Valentine's ready to mail. Peggy's going to actually try those pocket cards tomorrow. Oh, and I have an announcement. Tomorrow morning, I've teamed up with one of my downline, Julie Heights. We're doing this, what is it called? Pocket quilt cards challenge thing. But anyway, more news about that tomorrow, but it's just a fun idea. She had the idea and called me. I said, oh, that'd be so fun. Let's do that.
So what's tomorrow? An announcement or the
just
actual
the announcement? Oh, in the morning. Yes, in the morning, we will be doing a thing explaining what we're doing. So I think that'll be really fun. Around 10 o'clock.
Take that little card out.
Okay.
You have to see the inside.
Oh, yes. And this is Megan Hurst. And besides being an adorable card, this could also be a great pocket card idea. Isn't this adorable? Just love this sweet little card. And there's where you're going to put just sign your name. Just think that is just cute as can be. This is from a die. I think that's what she's asking. I just love the different dies. And what I loved about this was using it on designer series paper instead of, I usually would use it on like white and do my words or something there. I thought that was really a fun idea. And I also love this. These would be the stitched dies. I don't know if she put that through twice and then, but it'd be a stitched, so she made a little short thing there, but isn't that just cute? I think that is just really a sweet card. Perfect for the strawberries. Tim is meandering, so who knows what he's doing.
Find something.
He's got to find something. This one, there is a name in here. This is Denise Jurgensen. And I love this pastel. Look at this pastel strawberry and the Sahara sand to go with it.
What's a pastel? I mean, pastel?
Well, it's just very light.
Pastel?
A light colored, unripe strawberry. Because
saying
it goes
pronounce
with
it
this
pastel.
paper. Oh, okay.
Pastel.
But I think that's really fun.
Okay, just about there.
Okay, Tim is off looking for something. I am not sure what, but he's making a lot of noise. Okay, here's another way to use 3 strawberries, and this is Penny Keener. And notice how these are just lined up together and then just stamped inside. Oh, he's looking for a card holder. He's going to make something to get these on the right level.
I have so much trouble
Everything.
figuring it. Okay, now straighten it out.
Oh, Karen, that's so great. She's mailed out Valentine's cards for a downline and for a nursing home to be hand delivered. Oh, that's great. Yeah, who hasn't? Maybe that's a better question. Who hasn't made their Valentine cards and mailed them yet?
We haven't.
But anyway, if you notice, here is the same dies that we were talking about before from the Sweetly Stitched when I said that there were 6 different sizes. Look how great that is for layering. Isn't that fun? So that is pretty cool. My next one is Connie Babbert again. And this is a fun one too. If you just notice, this is another easy card layout. If you notice, she's just got the rectangles here. I often do these in a 3x4. I don't know what size this is. And then this can be either a 3x4 or a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. But when they're put on crooked like that, doesn't that just make an awesome background? And then you just have your little accent piece there. So I think that's just really a great help. Well, some of you haven't done it. And then here's a really unusual card. This is actually, I'll do it sideways just so it fits. But if you notice this is actually a magnet. So you can put that on the refrigerator. Tim has quite a refrigerator collection of magnets. So I said, so we'll see if this makes its way there. And there was an envelope with this, Tim, that had the name on it. It was in an envelope. So he'll have to be the finder and find that. But wouldn't this be fun? And this is kind of done like as an award with ribbons. Wouldn't this be a fun thing to send to kids for something? Anyway, I just thought that was just kind of a fun idea. Okay, so here it is, Tamara Davis. So Now, if you're getting this bundle, then I think you also want the berry blessings from the stamp set. Because notice how these are kind of similar on a theme here. Do they go like this, Tim?
Mhm.
Or do they kind of go like this?
Yeah, let's
we
do
got to
it.
play with this and get it perfect, you know.
We are.
Wendy says Valentine's is her daughter's birthday. Oh, she'll be 21 this year, so trying to make it special with the lockdown. Oh my goodness, yes, this is such a different year. Yeah, the magnet on a card. Oh, I should just mention that too, because do you see how there's a magnet on each side? That is really a fun idea. You could do a lot with that idea. So now these are berry blessings, and you can see how well they go with the other fruit scent, you know, if you're going to do it. And then you have mix and match sentiments because you get from both sets. But I love this blueberry stamp and how soft that looks looking in there, wishing you the very best. And this is Monica Gilberti. That's really cool. And then this one is Monica. Oh, look at this. Put them both up. These are from the same person. Because often when we do swaps, we can do two. That's why you'll often hear the same names on two. And what I love about this is you can see the cards are totally different, but you can see the style. I mean, they look like they could be made by the same person, don't they? I mean, I think that what is one of the things that's really fun about swaps. I know when I do swaps with my downline, I love to guess. I pull the card out and then I guess who made that one, because you kind of get to know people's styles. And I love both of these. So I love here how she's got these leaves just coming off, kind of accents underneath. So very cool. They're both great cards. This next one is Jennifer Cotton. And this is cut up from the paper. I don't know about you. I love fussy cutting, and I love paper that you can fussy cut and make very easily into cards. Because just look at the leaf and you just have those pieces to work with. And just a very classic, pretty layout. This next one is Jill Olson, and this just shows, so this is showing some of these same papers, how she just has 5 of the papers in a row, a strip card. This is also a great, I call them strip cards. They can also be scrap cards for using up your scraps. But it's always just a fun way of showing off a bunch of different papers. So that's really fun. And then I have one more from this set, and this is Marcia Gay. I have to figure out the last name if I did it. Yeah, I did it right. And this is the paper, and this is the stamp. And what I really liked about this was just seeing how well they go together. You know, they're a little different, it accents differently, but that's just a great accent with that on that card. So I think that's really fun. Some of you say, no fussy cutting like Rhonda, and Cindy said she loves fussy cutting. I like to fussy cut if we're watching TV or something, so I thought. So these are some great fruit cards. And then we're just gonna quickly look at a few of the other favorites from celebration sets. This one is Megan Hurst. And this shows 2 of the celebrations. So these are cards I've shared before, but you know, I could look at the same cards over and over and notice different things. So
what do you notice here?
This has been embossed and then watercolored over, so it resists over that. Isn't that a gorgeous background?
It is. Huh.
Makes a really cool background. This is from one of the free stamp sets, and the words are from one of the free stamp sets.
And the edge she just avoids.
Yes, to just finish it, kind of like a frame. So she just watercolored it from there. And this is Joyce Fracco, and I'll put these side by side because they're just so cool how they're the same stamp set but different. So this one is watercolored over, and then this one has a vellum over it, which gives it a really soft look on it, which is really cool. And we're going to keep going on this theme, on this same stamp. This is France Martin, and notice this is on the Oso Ombre, another of the free choices.
Which means that it fades.
Yes, yep. And she's just got that same one.
And a ladybug on it.
And one more from Linda Bowen. Embossed and then blended. Here you've got your blending brushes again, all over it, the rest of the paper. So you just have that multicolored. I think that's really pretty. And then we add this. So she's using 3 of the free stamp sets on this card. This is one, the hummingbird is from one, and the words are from one. And it's just a great, great card. Yeah, that heal your heart is what the words come from, and they really have some sweet words.
And on camera, that variegation or whatever that's called,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like is that sponging technique or what's that?
Yeah, it would be sponging or blending.
But it really shows up on camera.
Yes. How would you attach the vellum on that one? That's a really good question. So we'll go back to that. See, we can do a little mismatch. I'm going to first look and see. Oh, so see, this is cool. I love showing this. She has attached it just in a couple places where you aren't going to see it. So here's one choice. And I do this a lot. It would be just attached under these little pieces where it isn't going to show. And I do that anytime if I'm doing a bigger sheet of vellum. I just want it quick so it can be loose here. Glue dots.
Glue dots, okay.
Okay. The other way, if you want it nice and flat, you're going to use the multi-purpose glue and a sponge and a silicone mat. So if you haven't ever seen that, you're going to take your silicone mat or a piece of plastic or something, put a little glue on it, dab your sponge in it, and then behind the vellum, then when the vellum dries, it's going to be totally clear and you don't see it. So if you want it flat, that's what you do. But if you have a few accents, I love to just do it that way. The hummingbird stamp, yes, is stamped and cut out.
Now,
yes,
Linda, I was going to, because I felt bad that Karen moved on so quickly.
Okay.
I was actually bringing it back.
Oh, okay.
So
yes,
what
this
about
is fussy cut. And yeah, and and that's not hard to fussy cut. That's pretty easy, but I think that's really cute.
And if I fussy cut that hummingbird wouldn't have a beak.
Here's another one that's fussy cut. So let's look at this one. And this is Rhonda Bassler. And you see how this one, isn't it fun how the colors are different? So you can kind of do anything.
Are we moving on from Linda?
Yes, we're moving on.
Thank you, Linda.
That's all right. And this is a gatefold card. So it opens in the middle. Hello, friend. And this is Rhonda Bassler. I think we had 2 of her cards on here too. I think that's just really fun. And this is, and you'll see the flowers and the hummingbird, and this one of the free celebration choices in that same pattern. And this is a Barb Mulligan card. This is the butterfly. Now the butterfly could be fussy cut, but it also has these stamps that are kind of almost like a watercolor. Notice it doesn't totally fit inside. It's like a wash over it. I love that look.
It doesn't even come close to
No,
fitting
do you
inside.
like that look?
I love it.
Yeah, it's very artistic.
It is.
And I think that's just really another soft, pretty. And look at, I think we're really highlighting the sweetly stitched dies tonight because here's another one. I just love them. I think that, and you'll notice a lot of them have gems on and number 3, because you go for an odd color.
And what's this called again?
Oh, someone has to tell me that. Rhonda said if she fussy cut, there'd be a lot of unhappiness in the world. This one, you can leave that up a minute. This one by Amy Notch. I'm going to point this out because I love this too. And I think it's so fun because this stamp comes in it. She can do a watercolor look. On this one, she's just colored it in with blends. And isn't that cool too?
And she cut it out, right? Or not?
No, this is
not?
just stamped and colored.
Goodness.
So no fussy cutting and just colored in. And I think they're both beautiful. So I just love that.
Who did this one?
This one was Amy Notch.
Now, Amy Notch really did a good job of staying inside the line.
She did.
She must have learned well in kindergarten.
Sometimes when I color things like this, I make all these things a little color. I love how she colored it, where it's kind of like a swath of color that ends right there. And then we've got other color. It's not like following all the different things. I think that's just really cool. I love, this is Touch of Nature. Painted Texture is the name of that. Thank you. That's exactly what it looks like too. And this is it Touch of Nature or Touch of Ink that has these butterflies and the hummingbirds and the flowers. And that might be my favorite. I don't know. I just have fallen in love with that set. And here's the funny thing. It is the only stamp set in Celebration that I actually haven't had time to play. I mean, I can't say I haven't had time. We always choose time for what we have. But the only one I haven't played with it, and I just absolutely love it.
Did you bring it on vacation?
No, I did not, because I'm moving on from Celebration.
Okay.
I'm planning for things for later. You know what I brought on vacation?
She'll play with it when she gets home.
Yeah, that'll be all over. So mine may remain uninked, and I absolutely love it. So I had to point that out. What I did bring was things to make beach cards because we're at the beach, So I just had to be selective. So I think that makes sense.
And have you ever seen a stamp pad fall into the
Kim Bogle in the wind or dry out from the wind or something? Okay, Kim Bogle. Here's another. This is the birthday one that has all kinds of birthday sayings, and you can never have too many birthday sayings. So it's another great Celebration choice. And I love this. Newsflash, Birthdays found to be good for health. Studies show that people who have the most birthdays live the longest. And here we have the painted, whatever that's called again. Michelle, thank you. She said first time she's caught us live. She loves how we work together. Thank you. Yeah, we are having a blast doing that. And we so appreciate you guys tuning in and joining us. So Juanita's asking if I got the butterfly suite yet. Here, okay, here's another announcement. There is a brand new suite. I'm going to be showing that in the next day or two, just a little bit about it. Demonstrators get to order it early. It is gorgeous. And did you know, if you've been thinking about getting the demonstrator kit, you could get it this month and get the whole suite in it. So that's just a little announcement out there. Yes, I'm busy playing with it. I have a bunch of things planned with that. So that and the sand and sea are what I brought to work on. And then this one too, this one is a Michelle Hornback. And this is another from that same stamp set, including these little balloons. But I thought, isn't this cute? And I want to point out when we're talking about threes, how cute is this that she did 3 little gems in the corners and kind of made them little corner holders. Isn't that cool?
It turned out to
Yeah,
be
now they're even. But isn't that a fun? I think that's really a fun accent. I also like how she did the linen thread. She's got 2 of them here tied together. So it gives it that extra bulk. So I think that's really cool. And
yeah, and that one fits perfectly inside of it. It looks like it's all one.
yeah, well, it is. They're
Oh,
kind
it
of
is.
together, but then there's 2 of them.
Oh, it is.
Oh, no, Tim. She was
did
perfect
that, yeah,
at it. She
yeah,
did it.
she did.
So now we'll see if
Yeah.
you can do that. Yeah. If things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. So it's always fun to have birthday sayings. And here's one more from the birthday card from there. This is Susie Wood. Look at the cute little candles. I just think this is such a fun card, the way, you know, there's a lot of black and then it's got the bright, what is that color? Why am I having trouble? Is that, I can't think of the name of what that color is, but that bright striking color to go with it. So I think that just is really fun. Well, Tim's makeshift thing here is a little, it's kind of like, it feels like it's on a sliding, the painted texture embossing folder. Thank you, Susie. She went and looked it up.
It's on a Starbucks cup.
Someone's wondering how long it took us to get to Florida. It took us a few days because we are not rushing. We just have decided that there isn't a reason to rush. And you know what we really missed? We missed stopping to see people on the way. I said, this is so unlike any travel we do because we love to just spend time. And we're really ready to spend time with people. You know, we've always done that. We're always just meet people. So it's very different. It's a lovely trip.
Karen and I have actually run out of things to talk about.
And you guys know that if Tim really did stamp with me, we wouldn't run out of things because we'd be sitting here stamping. I so often get comments from viewers saying, I wish I could get my husband to stamp with me. And I always reply with, believe me, Tim never stamps with me. Tim performs for the camera.
Yes.
Other than that, he has zero interest.
And
So just so you know that.
And let's talk about how much applause I would get from Karen
Yes.
making a card. Oh, Tim, that is so good.
Coastal Cabana, thank you, Sandy. You are right. That's exactly what I needed. Okay. And then I've got one here. This is Sacha Wilson. Had to do one with the darling donkeys. They are just so cute.
Darling.
Aren't they darling? But little squares, and we've got the 3 faces. And then it's your birthday. I think that's just such a cute layout. Not colored in, just stamped. Oh, I have another one with the donkey. I showed this last time, but it was just so fun. We got to do this again. Whoop. This one is, it went flying right here. Ruth Bingle. I love how this part lays down and this opens up like that. It's your birthday. So a couple of cards with that. We are here for a whole month, Heather. And so, yes, and I'm very reachable. I've been enjoying taking some time just talking to people on the phone and stuff. So we're here just.
We're starting our 2nd week.
So we've been here a week and we're hoping it warms up. We spend even more time outside, but we're thoroughly enjoying it, whatever. You know, we'll have a good time, whatever. It's just something nice about getting away and doing this. We figure that this is Lori Krause. So now we're looking at a couple of the papers. This is So the free set, and do you notice the dye she's using? It's the stitch so sweetly. That is amazing. I had not even realized how many of these had that. But this is the paper Blooms paper. And I thought, and it's one of the free paper choices. And here is another one using that with BJ Peters. So if you notice, these are the same paper pack. And they just make great choices. Now, what BJ has done is she has 3 parts here, which is very fun. And now notice how similar that is to this card. This is Rumi Radomski.
But different.
Similar but different. Look at 3 pieces again. And now we've switched to the other free paper. But I thought, aren't these just a fun layout?
Yes, and tell you the truth, I was going to correct Karen. These are similar because they have, and I was going to say, but this has 4 pieces. I was thinking that was 2, but never mind.
No, it doesn't. But notice how this is smaller. So it's framed differently, but it is basically the same layout. You just change the sizes of paper you work with. And I think I just love that because you take an idea and you make it your own. We are in, thanks for asking, we are in Fort Walton Beach. And actually, if you live anywhere around here, we're willing to travel an hour and we only sit outside. If anyone would like to meet us at Starbucks or something like that, that's what we love to do. That's kind of how we're doing. We just don't go into places, but we would love to meet some of you. So keep that in mind. Okay, and this is Kimberly Myers. We're in this together, and this is one of the free papers again. So we're trying to get this just right. But notice this time how we've just got 3 little strips here. Back to 3 pieces, Tim. And they're actually 3 rectangles, but now they're just lined up like that. Isn't that a fun idea?
It is.
So I think that is really cool. And this is the Field and Flowers. I love the Field and Flowers. I agree. It's the one that has all this black background. It's just so unusual to have. But oh, here's another one. Oh, I've got 3. Oh, the last 3, they're all from Field and Flowers. Look at this. It just shows the paper. And this one has lost its name, but I just love, here the paper itself is doing the work. That's all it is. It's the paper. Add a little embellishment, some ribbons. It is so fun. And then the last one is from the same pack, and this is Lynn Feldkamp. And I'm going to put these side by side because, let's see. Watch me do this. Okay. But notice how they each have this black background paper, but 2 different styles in there. This one is just framed and put on white. And then this one has all these other different framings, and they are both just stunning.
They are.
I think these are just gorgeous cards. So I love having pretty papers and working from your pretty papers. Did we come through Nashville?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Karen was sleeping though.
That's why I had to ask him. I had to ask him.
Okay, we're not done. I haven't shown my card.
Oh,
and
Tim's card is actually from our original,
okay,
strawberry.
But I want to say something.
Okay, yes. About your invention here?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. Look at the difference in a couple of things. One is a ribbon. The ribbon just looks completely different. Where is this?
But can I point out this ribbon? Look at how they both have part of this in it, Tim.
Oh, they do.
This
they do.
is the only ribbon on there.
I never saw
this. Has
that.
another ribbon, but she tucked this one inside.
Yep.
So it's like a double ribbon tied around.
Okay.
Isn't that
I
cool?
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so very cool.
And the other thing that is really significant, I think, is the bling. That is a large pearl, and that is a tiny, like diamond gemstone.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how small those are.
Mm-hmm. So very fun. You can just change things up. Okay, and now for your card, Tim, your choice.
See, I learned all my observation skills from our
if it's warm enough.
From our grandson, Hank.
When we came down, it was very, very cold. So that's why we didn't say where we were stopping or anything, because it was too cold to meet anyone outside.
Plus, we were trying to avoid the snowstorm that went through Chicago.
Yes, and we did. We just avoided that. We actually left a day earlier just to try to avoid that, and we're glad we did. But on the way back, we will put out, if it is warm enough and any of you are hardy enough to come meet us outside Starbucks, we would love to do that. So, okay, Tim's choice here.
Lisa Schultz.
But just know we don't go into restaurants yet. We just aren't doing that until. This is really a very fun card.
It is. It is.
Tell us what you like about it.
The bent,
Tim, it's the same ribbon that we were talking about.
Yes, the bent corner because I dropped it. Sorry, Lisa. I just liked how, first of all, I love red, but I just thought it was a classic. If you look at it, it is just simply stunning. It's stunning.
A rather simple layout. This is the soft subtles folder, which is my most used. And look at two circles.
Yep.
And then this popped up on top. I love how she has stamped the green on the green. You know, now I might do that and think, oh, I got to cut it all out and arrange it. I think it's really pretty, just stamped on the green, and it's just kind of as the background.
Gray underneath there.
It looks great because what it is vellum. We were talking about earlier.
Vellum.
So if you're putting vellum on here, notice this was only attached where you aren't going to see it. And then it kind of makes the edges. I like it because it makes them not quite so flat. There's a little.
I actually thought it was vellum at first, and I looked at it. I says, "No, that's actually a gray paper."
So it looks great, doesn't it? With the thing,
it does.
But it's a very soft, very pretty looked. Kathy Kimmy said we got a picture up on the way past Chicago, so you could have avoided the snow. Not getting more. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we will put that out for going home. If things warm up, then we do love, because, you know, that's kind of our breaks in this. And we just love to meet with people and get to know. We are so grateful to have you guys in our community. So just know that whether or not we ever meet in person, we just think of you often and just realize how lucky we are to be doing this. So I think that's it. We'll have a lot of fun new things coming up. Make sure you are, I broadcast this in the Back Porch Stampers and on my Facebook page, but make sure you're in the Back Porch Stampers. There have been over 100 pocket cards that you guys are making that have been posted. It is so fun to go in there and look at all of them. So, you know, we have a weekly challenge there every week, and this has just been really a fun one. So we'll see you a few times this week, but for sure on Thursday when we're going to be doing a new double one-sheet wonder.
And each time we'll have a different background. We'll turn this around.
We'll turn this around in our little 500 square foot villa, which is just darling. It's just wonderful. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Bye.